Surrounded by his glory. Surrounded by his glory. Surrounded by his presence. Surrounded by his presence. Surrounded by the beauty. Surrounded by the beauty of our God. Surrounded by his glory. Surrounded by his glory. Surrounded by his presence. Surrounded by his presence. Surrounded by the beauty. Surrounded by the beauty of our God. I'm leaning in. I'm pressing in. We hear the call. Come up higher. We're pressing in. Leaning in. We hear the call. Come up higher. Receive from his presence. Receive from his glory. Receive from his glory. Receive of his power. Receive from his power. This is momentum. This is momentum. Receive from his presence. Receive from his presence. Receive from his glory. Receive from his glory. Receive of his power. Receive from his power. This is momentum. This is momentum. Receive from his presence. Receive from his presence. Receive from his glory. Receive from his glory. Receive of his power. Receive from his power. What is this? This is momentum.
Hello, ladies. My first Mega Women event is happening here in Dallas, Texas, and the details will follow very shortly on all my social media platforms. So what will you expect when you come here to Dallas? You will have free health screenings. You will learn about branding. Somebody is going to pitch their idea and win a prize. But most importantly, one of the things I am passionate about is seeing our young ladies go to the collegiate level. And we're going to have the opportunity to give somebody scholarship in this meeting. So I hope that you will make plans. You will bring your girlfriends. You will share. But you will follow me on social media for all the updates for the first Mega Women event here in Dallas. I look forward to seeing you ladies. Why? Because we are a hidden economy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inspiration Tuesday. So glad to see you all coming on. Thank you. Hello, Miss Sheila. Oh, always my faithful one. And I see you all coming on. And as you come on, let me know where you're watching me from. But it's so lovely to be here with you. This whole month, the theme is on distinction. Something about you is unique that stands out. You are a class above the rest. You're in a class, but you're above the rest. There's something that defines you and makes you unique. And so in this time and season that God is bringing us into, and we saw, especially in March to April, that Easter is very distinct in its time difference to Passover. Passover will start next week. But while I was thinking on that, this whole theme of distinction was birthed. And so I'm just so grateful and that we can listen to the voice of God, we can hear him, and then we can move out. And you see me wearing my Mega Women t-shirt because I'm in a Mega Women mode. We are planning, we're strategically networking. And so I just wanted to remind myself who I am today. And it kind of ties in. It wasn't meant to, but it ties in with the theme for today in its distinction in your character. I had great time thinking about this and working it through and thinking it through and looking things up. So I'm just going to give you, I think I pulled out just 4 things to just help you in this time of, we're talking about distinction. Last week was discern the times that you're in. And the first week was knowing what makes you distinct, what separates you, what. And when you think of holiness, Holiness means to be cut and separated. Distinction, there's something that separates you from everything else. And so we're tying both the natural and the spiritual together to make this work. Yes, yes, the call to come up higher is so true, Miss Sheila. And so, in this call to come up higher, it's oh, you're talking about the song. In this call to come up higher, it's such a working of the Spirit of the Lord, drawing us into what He is saying about us. And so, I want to read you Romans 12, verse 3. It's the first thing that hit me when I think about developing your character. For by grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the faith of God that has been distributed to each of you. So it's taking a moment. I like to call it a pause. Take a pause and think. Psalms calls it a selah. There's a pause in the music where you stop and you think, you reflect. And so this is a good time to reflect on who are you. I went to a conference just recently of all CEOs, entrepreneurs in various fields. And I don't want to give too much away because I want to use this as a icebreaker. But it was 2 minutes. Each person had 2 minutes. We're in groups of two, and you had to keep asking the question, "Who are you?" And the response is, "I am." And for 2 minutes, you're saying, I am, and then what you are. I am, and then what you are. So it took a while to think about it, but it was such a time of reflection and a time of really establishing and identifying and affirming all three, identifying and affirming who you are, that the constant confession of who you are. I am. And so as you think on the scripture, for by grace given me, says Paul, I say to every one of you, I'm charging you to do not think of yourself more highly than you ought. Be sober in your judgment of who you are. Be thoughtful, be reflective, um, don't assume that people know who you are, and don't assume by the way you act people know who you are, because depending on what a person is going through, that's how they'll read you. That's a whole nother statement in itself. But let me just drop these four thought provoking statements on you, and see how you respond to them. There is a character that's in us that's developed because of the process of maturity. Each one of us has gone through different processes, different circumstances, different things that pulled out different facets of who you are. And I want to just pull on four today and make you think. And then as you think about it, I want you to respond to me and tell me which one of the four reflects you, or all four reflects you. Just four. I might do this, like follow up this again next week, depending on your responses. But the first one is a perceptive intuition. What does that mean? This refers to an individual's ability to understand or know something without any direct evidence or reasoning process. Hello, Miss Deborah. Lovely to see you. Um, Perception. I love talking about perception, because perception is not just tied to your natural ability to think, natural ability to reason, natural ability to understand the depth of something, and then being able to process it, or give the wisdom of how to do it. Even in the actions that you have, you give the wisdom of how to do it. But perception, when you tie it to faith, you see the impossible, you see the invisible, you see the things that are not yet recognized, and you're able to bring it into administration mode, bring it into areas, or bring it into a visual that people can see it and understand it. They can't fully work in it yet, but that at least they have a perspective of how it's supposed to be. They have what another version word is, they have the proposal of it. They see the proposal, they read the proposal. They might not agree with everything, but at least you've got it in a form that they can understand it. Whether they run with you in it is two different things, but God has given you the ability to to be able to recognize, identify, and able to bring it into fruition. Forgive me. I've got allergies going on, and it's better today than any other day. Innovative thinking. I love this. This sums up where we are in relevance to what's going on in the world today, relevance in our marketplace, in our individual marketplace. Innovative thinking. You can see possibilities when others see obstacles, which make you a unique problem solver, capable, I love this, of pioneering breakthroughs in various fields. I like this. Um, so some of you that are here that are writing. The first one is the perspective intuition. Perceptive, perspective intuition. And the next one is innovative thinking. I love this. There's so many of you out there. This is the entrepreneur level. Innovative thinking. You see a problem. What makes you an entrepreneur? You see a problem. You see a niche that hasn't been filled, and you work the skill set to fill it. You see a thing that needs to be worked out, and you have the skill set to work it out. You see where there's a problem, and you have now this innovative thinking of how to solve it, how to take it to the next level, how to expand it. That is a distinction in the characteristics that is needed for today. It's so needed and very vital to the expansion, to the growth, to the enlargement. Some of you are still praying for the enlargement of your territory. You have to be an innovative thinker. And so these are just this characteristics. Thank you. Yes, innovative characteristics that makes you stand out. People are looking right now. Yes, Michelle, I know you understand this. People are looking right now for innovative thinkers, entrepreneurs, business people, people in the corporate field, people in the church field are looking for innovative thinkers. Can you think outside the box? That's innovative thinking. Are you comfortable? We don't want comfortable people. We want people to think outside the box, especially when you get ready to do something new, especially when God's put a challenge in you, and you need to be around innovative thinkers that can help you write it line upon line to have the language. Sometimes you don't have the language, but you get around innovative thinkers. That's the company that I love keeping. Innovative thinkers. What is a characteristic that's going to make you stand out? It's going to make you distinct. Your authenticity. So many people want to be a cookie cutter of somebody else. Somebody wants this. That's the way it's done. Okay, that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to do it that exact way. No, your authentic self is you individuals that are true to their own personality, to the spirit or character, despite external pressures. The external pressure is do it the way it's always been done. The external pressure is why do you try to be different? Just be like everybody else. That's the external pressure. But being authentic, it's you. Whether you're criticized, whether you're celebrated, you are being you. But the important thing is in being you is being relevant in the marketplace. That authenticity will bring you in. What's one of my phrases? Your gift makes room for you. It will bring you before kings. It will bring you before authority. But it's your character that keeps you coming to the table. You can be so authentic that you're rude. You can be so authentic that you repel people instead of attracting people. So learn in your authentic self to be able to navigate through every circumstance, through every situation. Am I talking to somebody? Is God challenging you, bringing you out of your box into environments that you're not comfortable with? But all He's asking of you is be your authentic self. As people are putting responsibility on you, as people are drawing out the character, the good things that are in you, drawing out the creativity that's in you, they're putting a demand on the gift. Be authentic, be real about who you are and how you do a thing. Always do it with excellence. Let them see in your authentic self that you are excellent in what you do. If you give us a small task or a great task, you're given a small task or a great task, you do things with excellence. That's the authentic you. The authentic you don't do things in excellence, but you pull people alongside who help you look good. Yep, again, that's the authentic you. Oh, yes. Thank you, Miss Deborah. I like that. Yes, distinct. You got it, Miss Deborah. You got it. And so authenticity is so important. What's another great uh, distinction in your character? Resilience. Oh my gosh. I should put that up I should put that up in bold. Resilience, resilience. Some people possess an incredible ability to bounce back from life's setbacks and challenges. Oh, I've got friends that I call them the great ladies that I call them the comeback queens, the comeback divas that had setbacks, that had knockdowns. Yes, I like that. Thank you, Miss Deborah. I like that resilience. They've had knockdowns, or they have been persecuted, dragged through the mud, slandered, um, had, come on, filed for bankruptcy to protect their assets. That's just a few. And they have this ability to trust God and come back and bounce higher than where they've been. They've been in the Job situation where everything's been taken from them, and God anoints them and gives them double for their trouble. And they walk in their authentic self. They acknowledge what's been done to them, what's been done against them. They acknowledge where they've been wrong, and in their authentic self, God honors that and brings them out in such a wonderful way. Yes, thank you, Miss Sheila. Resilience. It's so important to have that as a character trait, that no matter what the enemy does, you know that your perception tells you God is going to bring you out. Your innovative thinking says there's a problem. God is going to give me the ability to solve it. Your authenticity, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be real, not raw, real, so that I keep being invited to the table. I keep showing the excellence in my character. I keep showing the excellence in what God has put in my hand to do, and the resilience. Oh my gosh. That is a good word. I love that. Yes, comeback queens. Yes. Oh, it is so true. It is so true. The comeback queens. I call it for myself. I call it. I'm always reinventing myself, and that's why I love the Mega Women organization and the theme of it. You are a hidden economy, because God has put something in us that when it's fully matured, when it fully is seen, it changes. What's my phrase? It changes the ecosystem around us. When mom goes shopping and comes back, simple example, the ecosystem in our house changes. People walk to the fridge, they walk to the cupboards, they open it up, they've got options. Mum's gone to the grocery store. Mum's had money and put money where she distributes. Yes, right? Oh, yes. Reinvent yourself. It's all about that. And God knows that this is such a season for us to collaborate with each other, for us to help build each other's characteristics, because there is a call for distinction. I'm going to remind you again that God is pulling something out of you that is sown from the foundations of the earth. And He's calling you to stand out in the season, to be distinct in who you are, to carry yourself in such excellence and carry yourself with such a way that He can transport you anywhere. You can be set in any environment because just of these four qualities, and yet there is still more of these qualities. And so, yeah, maybe I'll continue it next week to just finish it off. Yes, yes, be relevant. Yes, everything that you do, and it is about collaboration, Miss Deborah. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely be relevant. And so I just know that God is setting us up for something great. And He's setting us up to walk in the fullness of what He has for us. We are treasures in earthen vessel. And not to think highly of ourselves, but to make our boast in Him. We rely on Him. When you have that intuitive perspective, um, people cannot understand that, but you know the gift is totally given and reliant upon your relationship with God. It's given by God, and it's totally reliant upon Him. So I just pray that you will come back and look at this and tell me which one of the four qualities speaks to you. I see, Miss Deborah, it's resilience. Uh, yeah, Michelle, I see collaboration. Yes, I love that word. Collaborate and rely on God. I love that word. And so just let me know. Um, what words really speaks to you today, what word really challenges you, what thought pattern really challenges you. Mine, I'm gonna claim mine as the innovative thinking. I'm always thinking outside the box. That's part of my character. I always think outside the box. There's always something creative that God stirs up. Look, I'm wearing my T-shirt, right? Mega Women, you are a hidden economy. And so I know that's thinking outside the box. It's getting you to recognize what God has put within you. Before I get off, I cannot stop telling you about the Mega Women Conference that's happening here in Dallas. You still have time to get the early bird special and about VIP for the Kosher Kitchen experience, and then Saturday for the sessions. And the sessions are on finance, it's on branding and marketing, and it's on health. And so you need to be with us here in Dallas. We are giving away a scholarship. Somebody must know a young student, a mother that has a student that is going off to college this year that needs some extra funds. So you can write in to us, get an essay to us. All the details are in the previous post. Get it to us so that we can present you with a scholarship on the Saturday. You have to be present. I know some of you have written to me and said, you don't do this for out of state. No, we're doing this for the ones that are right here in Dallas, Texas. They could be in Fort Worth, Texas. They could be in Houston, Texas, but they must be at the conference to be able to get that prize. So it's going to be maybe a road trip or just a few hours away or a few minutes away. But that's the most important thing. And please get ready to join us. You know, I love challenging you. I love pulling out the innovative thinker in you. If you didn't think you were an innovative thinker, just get in this company of women and we will pull out creativity in you. It's for the entrepreneurs because it takes you to your next level. It's for those that are stepping into the entrepreneurship. And so you have a chance. Those of you think, oh, I don't know that I am. You have a chance to think about it and pitch your idea. And the entrepreneurs in the room is going to help you to land, to market and brand what you are called to do. So come and join us. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be rewarding. And it's going to be a time to give God glory. So I look forward to seeing you in Dallas. Yes, in Dallas, Texas, May 31st to June 1st, right here. God bless you. I love you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm here every Tuesday. You can watch the follow-ups on YouTube and on Facebook. Pull off little reels and put it on Instagram. And so just keep following, keep listening. We're going to keep challenging you because you are made to be and express in this season how distinct and how unique you are. Blessings, my loves. Have a great week. Thank you for joining me here. God bless you. Hello, ladies. My first Mega Women event is happening here in Dallas, Texas. And the details will follow very shortly on all my social media platforms. So what will you expect when you come here to Dallas? You will have free health screenings. You will learn about branding. Somebody is going to pitch their idea and win a prize. But most importantly, one of the things I am passionate about is seeing our young ladies go to the collegiate level. And we're going to have the opportunity to give somebody scholarship in this meeting. So I hope that you will make plans. You will bring your girlfriends. You will share. But you will follow me on social media for all the updates for the first Mega Women event here in Dallas. I look forward to seeing you ladies. Why? Because we are a hidden economy.